Good morning. I I'm sitting at my desk this morning drinking my coffee and sitting in front of my light therapy lamp, getting ready to study and take some quizzes that I need to get done this week for school. And like a lot of people, my mind is just spinning and reeling from all of the political stuff that is happening right now. And I have thoughts and I don't know where else to put my thoughts. So here I am making a video that I have no idea if I'm going to post or not. I was reading one of many newsletters that I get every day from, this one I think is from a lawyer. Let me look it up. I am subscribed to many people's Substacks who send out like newsletters every day talking about news from the government and different parts of the country from various different subjects. One of them is the newsletter I get from Heather Cox Richardson, Letters from America. I believe she's a historian, maybe a political scientist, I'm not sure. I also get the emails from Chris Geidner. His Substack is funnily named Law Dork. His most recent email came this morning at 1 a.m. and it talks about how he was supposed to be a keynote speaker at a conference at Indiana University School of Medicine. But it was canceled because the conference was focusing on healthcare of the LGBTQ plus community. And of course it was canceled because our current president is a monster. I don't know how else to describe him. I don't. And it's not just the demonization of the queer community. It's the stripping rights away from the queer community and from the trans community and removing the DEI initiatives from the federal government is having backlash outside of the federal government. And I mean, I saw it coming. 100% saw that coming because the federal government is like the standard. You watch the federal government. Oh, if they can do this, then we can do this too, right? They removed their diversity, inclusion, and I forget what the E stands for. Equity. It's too early. It's like barely 6. They removed all of their DEI stuff, so we could do it too. And I am specifically thinking about the information that I got in Heather Cox Richardson's email this morning. Pretty sure it was that one. Actually, no, it was Law Dork. Right? Yes, it was Law Dork. Denver Health ceases surgeries for trans youth, prioritizing federal aid over inclusivity. Denver Health is not, I don't think they're federally funded. Like, all hospitals that take Medicare and Medicaid get federal funding, but they are not public hospitals. And in this case, they're complying with the executive orders that aren't law because they're all being challenged. They're complying ahead of time because why care about people when you have money to make? Why care about people when you need that federal funding, right? You need that money. I don't know how to explain to people that you should care about other people. I don't. I have such a big heart, and none of this is okay. There are so many apparently I'm having trouble putting my thoughts into words. I won't stop talking about politics. I won't. I don't think these social justice movements, I don't think the rights of other people to live how they want, as long as they're not hurting anybody else, that's not my business. I don't care how somebody chooses to live their life, as long as they're happy. Why is it my business? Why should I be the one to tell someone else how they have to live their life? Why should I be the one to tell someone that the way they feel about who they are is wrong? I'm not that person. Why does it matter to me? Why is it so hard for you to use someone's preferred name? To use someone's preferred pronouns? To treat people with dignity and respect? Why is that so hard? If you're subscribed to my newsletter, my most recent one that I had sent out, I had mentioned the presidency and how terrified a lot of us are and how horrified we are at what's happening right now. And someone replied to me and told me that they didn't subscribe to my newsletter for politics because they get enough political stuff everywhere else, which, to each their own. I'm not going to be mad at this person. You are allowed to dictate what comes in and out of your email inbox, right? But I'm not going to stop talking about it. I'm not going to lie, I'm scared to talk about it because you never really know who you're talking to or who is listening. And there was a point in time where I was 100% naive in thinking that everybody thought like me and that everybody was okay with people living how they wanted to as long as they weren't hurting other people. But as I've grown older, as one does, my eyes have been ripped open because I have found that some people that are in my life or were in my life think completely opposite of the way that I do and don't think that people should be allowed to live the way they want and that healthcare is not a human right and that undocumented people don't deserve dignity, respect, and to be able to make a life for themselves. Then that was a hard pill to swallow. Because I'm right. In my heart, I know I'm right. And I don't understand how other people don't get that you should care about people. You should care about your communities and the people who live in your communities and the health and education of the people in your communities and the country as a whole. I will never understand. And I will never stop having a big heart. So On a final note, if you are doing spell work in any form or fashion for the current administration, back that up with real world action, please. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, yeah. Now that I've got that off my chest and I've been talking for 10 minutes, I'm going to go study. So, toodles.